Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be why the narcissist was always keeping score. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So jumping right into the thumbnail, the narcissist was always keeping score with you while you were in the relationship, and even in the beginning when you first met them. The narcissist looked at you as an opportunity, and they looked at you as somebody they could take things from, which again I mentioned so frequently, virtually in every video. Your resources, time, money, energy, effort, empathy, love, social status, your health, anything that you had, they wanted it, and they wanted to keep you down in the low vibrational quagmire state where they exist, not where you exist or live or thrive, which is the high vibrational, beautiful, bright, shining light state. That's where you are. That's where you should be. That's where you will be once you heal. But the narcissist captured you for a period of time and kept you down in the darkness with them. But they were keeping score always. They were keeping score with what you had and what they didn't have. And they were weighing the things that you could provide for them against the things that they couldn't do for themselves. So let's take a couple examples. First of all, let's say that you had kids with the narcissist. Okay, well, you figured out rather quickly, probably after the children were born, that the narcissist was not going to be the parent of the year, i.e. your spouse or ex-spouse, because when the kids are present in the family, many times the kids, some of them are being treated better than the others. In other words, they are being the golden child, or children, if you will, and they are other people the scapegoat. And they're all different kinds of children in between. But having said that, when you were parenting the kids, you were doing the best you could to raise them up, to teach them right from wrong, to instill morals and values with them. But the narcissist frequently would not be doing that. They would not be supporting what you said. They would be trying to keep score and to see who would be the better parent at times. And they would be telling the children many times, not always, don't listen to dad, don't listen to mom. It's okay, you can do whatever you want to do, everything's fine. Because the mom or dad, i.e. your spouse, the narcissist, they did not want the children to be raised the proper way. This is exactly how these parental alienation tactics and maneuvers of the narcissist take place. Just side note right here, let's say you're trying to divorce the narcissist, or you already have. Well, first of all, that was a very steep hill to climb, and it probably got dragged out very long, and probably somewhere in there you did not get custody of the children the way you should have. And many times this is all by design by the narcissist, because they play the system left, right, and center to make sure you don't get to raise the kids the proper way. Now, I unpacked a lot there in just a couple minutes of this video, but drop comments below if you know what I'm talking about. But this is one way the narcissist was keeping score. They were trying to see who would be the better parent. Would it be you, or would it be them? And this is also why so frequently the parent, if the parent of the children turns out to be a toxic individual or the narcissist, many times they turn into the child's best friend or their buddy or their twinsy, and they want to keep the child or children very close to them. There are many reasons why that would be. One would be because the narcissist wants a source of supply, and many times their own children are supply sources until they get the wisdom, and hopefully they go no contact, block the narcissist, yes, including if it's one of your parents, if you've identified that's who they are, gone no contact, deleted them, removed all flying monkeys and people associated with them. I understand, I just unpacked a lot. Maybe this is you, maybe it was you, maybe it's about to be you. Maybe that doesn't resonate with you at all. Continue watching the video, because there's going to be much more wisdom coming at you right now. So this is how the narcissist was keeping score with you in the relationship. They were seeing, could they be the good cop and you would be the bad cop? And that's how they paint these upbringings of children many times, because the narcissist usually wants to be the buddy with the child and chum up with them and be the fun person, while you're the person who is trying to instill boundaries or rules or curfews or things, and those would always get blown up because the narcissist, i.e. your spouse or ex-spouse, would be throwing a monkey wrench into your plans of raising the children the right way. Now understand what I shared right there. It's a lot, and did focus on children and raising children if you married the narcissist. Please drop comments below if it resonates with you. Another way the narcissist was keeping score with you was with your, let's say, your hobbies or activities. Let's say that you like to ski or go surfing. Okay, well, so did the narcissist. They really didn't, but let's say they picked up either of these two hobbies to join you for a while. Well, what happened there? Well, now they realized that you were a very good, let's say skiing, you're a very good skier. Okay, great. Well, then they picked up the hobby, they started skiing, and now they were keeping score. Who was the best skier, you or them? You could apply that to any hobby. You could apply that to running, reading books, joining organizations, counts on social media, meaning how many followers, things like that. That's what the narcissist wants. They want to be in competition with you, but they want to keep score, and they want to feel like they have won. Really get the message. To the narcissist, life is an opportunity to take advantage of. People are opportunities to crush, and anything on the planet is fair game. Not one person on the planet is immune to the narcissistic abusive cycle. And until you get the wisdom and you apply the tools that I provide for you in the videos, you really didn't know what you're up against because you weren't taught narcissism in school. You couldn't identify what this challenging person that you were tethered to, why they were peppering you with abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, spiritual abuse, financial abuse, every kind of abuse possible. But then you realized, oh my gosh, what is this? And you found that needle in a haystack, like I mentioned, and you had light bulb moments and you figured out, wow, this person, let's say it was a friend or a brother, sister, mom, dad, aunt, uncle, lover, acquaintance, but this person wanted to be you. They were envious of you. They were jealous of you. They looked at you as an opportunity, but on top of that, they were keeping score of what you were doing. They were watching you, and they were trying to compete with you quietly or out in the open, but they were keeping score who had the better car. Let's just take that as a very simple example. A car. You buy a car. Great. Good for you. That's fantastic. Well, is it the best car your dollar could buy? Probably. Maybe it's the first brand new car you've ever purchased. I'm very happy for you. This is beautiful. Well, what would the narcissist be doing? No sooner did you buy a car that the narcissist would try to get their own brand new car and top it up, have a better one than you had. And they probably did this and they gallivanted it in front of you or showboated it in front of you. And you're like, wait a minute, I just got this brand new car. It took me 5 years to save up money for it and I'm proud of it. And now a week later, you get the same car, maybe even the same color, but with more features on the interior because you paid a couple $1,000s more than me. What's going on here? Well, I'll tell you what's going on there. The narcissist is keeping score and they want to one-up you. They want to diminish your purchase of the car and they want to increase the value of their purchase. In other words, they're trying to get supply from you and they're to have you scratching your head like, why would somebody do that? I'll tell you why someone would do that, because they're petty, they're childish, they're hollow inside, they're anxiety riddled, and they're in competition and they're keeping score with you. This is what happens, and this is exactly what's going on right now all over the globe. Another way the narcissist is keeping score is, let's say that you went to school. Maybe you went to the best school in your state or country that money could allow you to go to, or if you had a grant, whatever you did. Well, what did the narcissist do? Well, many times they want to go to a better school. Whether they're interested in studying or not, that doesn't matter. They just want to have that sheet of paper behind the wall hanging up saying that they graduated summa cum laude from whatever school it was. Now, I'm not saying that the narcissist doesn't need education also. I'm just saying that they probably wanted to top you and go to a better school because maybe they could. These examples are littered all throughout your life if you really go back in time and think about it and get light bulb moments. Because once you identify that one person, the main toxic narcissist in your life, whoever that was, or maybe they're still in your life right now and you're trying to exit the relationship. Once you understand that and process it and learn the definitions, the terms, the glossary on the narcissistic abusive cycle, what you will do is you will go down the rabbit hole of discovery about so many people in your past. And you will think about, oh, that's what that meant? That's what that person was? Oh my gosh, that's what that is? It's my mom, it's my dad, it's my brother, it's the kid in 5th grade, it was my neighbor, it was my boss, it was my teacher, it was that clergyman, it was the person in the community I was a part. You're gonna be like, holy cow, these people are everywhere, because they are everywhere. That's why you need to get the tools, you need to utilize the tools, you need to have boundaries. You cannot be a people pleaser, you cannot be a yes person. You need to say no, the strongest word in the English language. And remember, when you say no to something or someone, you are saying yes to yourself. All of these ideas I mention in the videos, I repeat them so frequently to get you to understand that we all need reminders each and every day. At any moment, any one of us could be hoovered by a person who is a flying monkey, by some phantom rogue person from the past, from a new person who made friends with the narcissist, who knows? That's why you need to have boundaries and you need to have your spider senses tingling 24/7. Now, I'm not suggesting walk around the planet on high alert. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying have boundaries and focus on yourself and understand that the narcissist was always keeping score in your relationship. Think about post-relationship, you get discarded. Well, the narcissist, again, I'm certain was spying on you through flying monkeys or other social media apps here or there. Now, are they doing it now? That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying after you were discarded, the narcissist did not think you would survive. They did not think you would make it. They did not think you would pick yourself up by the bootstraps and dust yourself off and heal. That's not what they thought, and that's not what they wanted. But lo and behold, a funny thing happened. You're here on the channel. You're here in the community. You're learning, you're growing, you're becoming awakened and aware, educated and empowered, and you are one of the fortunate ones who did find the needle in a haystack and are utilizing the boundaries and the tools provided for you in the community. But what happened? Do you think the narcissist ever spied on your social or learned anything about you? Yes, they did. Why? Because the narcissist believes or believed that they owned you. The narcissist believed that they were better than you, smarter than you, more intelligent than you, and that they could hoodwink you into believing that you needed them. Now that is the crux of every narcissistic relationship, specifically when you're caught up in the trauma bond existing in that narcissistic fog. That is where you believe that the narcissist, you can't live without them and you need them. And you're in the push-pull, high-low, you're on the roller coaster of emotions. You're wading in the deep end of the toxicity pool and you don't know how to get out. You're trapped in that zombie-like, trance-like state, the narcissistic fog. You don't know how you got there, but you're looking for the passage to the door to escape. And this is what happens when you figure it out finally after the discard, after you finally put 2 and 2 together and you understand, wow, that relationship almost took me down for the count. And the narcissist wanted it to take me down for the count, but it didn't happen, and I'm healing. And when you really minimize your social circle, because post-narcissistic relationship, many people will disappear like cockroaches when you turn the light switch on in the kitchen at midnight. They will disappear because many of them want to watch your life implode. Many of them are toxic people, and many of them are afraid to get involved because they don't want to be the next target, because nobody is immune to the toxic narcissistic wrath. Let's put it like that. That's why when you identify people are toxic narcissistic individuals or just toxic people, you should want to become small and get off the radar and let them slither away in the night and find another unfortunately find another source of supply. I hate to say it, but I have to say it. And I don't hate to say it. I didn't want to say it, but that's how this cycle works. So having said all of those things, when you were discarded, now the narcissists, they were looking at you and they were keeping score if your health was returning, if your status was returning, if your finances were returning, if you found love again, if you found friendships again, if you relocated, how you were acting, how you were looking, was your glow back, was your energy back. They were always keeping score on you. What do you think a Hoover really is? Side note, pro tip here. Side note, the Hoover many times, not always, but it's when your health and everything has returned and you are now in the third version of you, the strongest, most galvanized version of you known to humankind. When you're there, many times the narcissist will try to Hoover because they don't know that you've healed. They don't know that you're getting the wisdom. They don't know that you have boundaries. They don't know that you are a completely, totally, and utterly different person, because you now have reached the pinnacle of indifference, the mountaintop of indifference, when you no longer care about the narcissist or any people associated with that period of time, because none of those people were there for you. None of those people knocked on your door to check in on you. And all of those people, what they don't realize, they don't understand, is they too eventually will go through challenging and difficult times, because everybody on the planet has highs and lows. Now, not everybody experiences a narcissistic relationship, but many people, everybody, number one, will reveal themselves in time. Number two, everybody comes down with ailments or health issues or loss, death in the family, grieving, maybe losing jobs. That's life. That's the way it works. But you who made it this far in the video and you're in the channel, in the community, you understand that that narcissistic relationship took you down for the count. And yes, was the narcissist watching you post-discard? Believe me when I tell you they were. And it may or may not have been directly. It may have been by flying monkeys or through the grapevine, or maybe they were spying on you on social media, which most likely they were doing and perhaps even still could be doing right now. Who knows what they're doing? And honestly, who cares what they're doing as long as they just stay away from you. Just stay away from you. That's why you need to get the message. The narcissist was always keeping score with you, with raising children, with cars, with your social circle, your status, with your clothes. Think about that, your clothes, okay? So maybe you like to dress a certain way, very comfortable way, and you don't really mind how your appearance is as long as you are comfortable. Well, that's great. What would happen many times? The narcissist would either hammer you for not dressing a certain way, which of course they'll try to do that anyway, or also they would, next thing you know, they're wearing the same clothes you're wearing or the same brands, and you're scratching your head like, wait a minute, you told me you didn't even like these clothes. What's going on here? Like, you don't like the brand. And they're like, I never said that. What are you talking about? This is my favorite clothes. This is the childlike mentality that these people have. It switches any which way the wind blows. It changes direction on a dime. 1 minute you are the flavor of the month, the next minute you are discarded. That's how these narcissistic relationships work. And that's why the cycle goes on and on and on. And the only constant in the narcissistic abusive cycle is one person. It's the narcissist. And they know this. You know it, and I know it. The narcissist, all they want to do is leapfrog through life, improving their circumstances, accumulating money, accumulating broken hearts, accumulating broken relationships, accumulating tangible assets. And they just want to continue to elevate themselves by using, abusing, and manipulating people. That's exactly what they do. They cannot change. They cannot introspect. They are in competition with everybody. They're on the endless quest for supply. They're always looking for that next new shiny object, which at one point was you. And when that was you, you thought that you struck gold. Remember, you found fool's gold. You found a liar, a manipulator, a thief, a cheater. You found somebody who was wearing a mask and manipulating not only you, but everybody around you, your immediate family, your friends, your neighbors, your colleagues, the people you worked with. Because once this house of cards collapses and it comes crumbling down, because every narcissistic relationship, this will happen. When that happens, not only were you duped, tricked, trapped, and manipulated, but your whole family was, specifically if you married the narcissist, and your friends were too. Think of all the people that attended the wedding, that wedding that was supposed to be one of the best days of your life, but turned out to be a life sentence or a sentence tied up or tethered to the narcissist and being peppered with abuse for years to come. That's what these weddings are to the narcissist. The narcissist looks at weddings as opportunities to A, get supply, and B, make it look good to the exterior world that they are stable and healthy and they can actually be in a loving relationship. Well, they can be in a loving relationship. They just can't give love. They can receive it all day long and then throw it back in your face and weaponize empathy, your empathy against you, weaponize your love against you, weaponize anything they can against you. That's why each and every narcissistic relationship has an expiration date, and that's why the narcissist can't sustain long-term relationships with people. And again, you may be saying, well, Andrew, what are you talking about? The narcissist I know, they have friends for 10, 20, 30 years. They probably do, but those people didn't spend great lengths of time with the narcissist, or they're toxic individuals themselves. It's the people that are closest to the narcissist that endure the abuse. That's exactly how it works. That's why it's children, it's moms, dads, aunts, uncles, it's coworkers, it's people in communities or organizations. When you identify that somebody's a toxic individual and you only see them once or twice a year for half a day or something, you're never going to be able to figure out that there's something off with them. Now, when you live with them day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, decade after decade, you see some of the strangest behavior ever, and you endure the toxicity and the abuse. That's why when you open the front door, if you're living with these people, many times you can cut the tension with a butter knife, because you don't know what's going to open the front door, Dr. Jekyll or Mr. Hyde. You can't figure it out. And the whole house, everyone in the house is not only walking on eggshells, but if the narcissist opened that front door and they were in a good mood, everybody exhales. Every single person is like, oh my goodness, it's going to be a good couple hours. I am so relieved because I don't need to hear this abuse any longer. Now flip it. If the front door opens and the narcissist is complaining or saying, hey, what's going on? Why didn't anyone greet me at the door? What is this? Where's the respect? Where's the love? What's going on? They do something like that. Now everyone again is on high alert, and they have to be on command. They have to be at command for the narcissist, because the narcissist sets the tone for the house. That is a whole different video I can create, but it's very simple. If you're living with the narcissist and say you have kids, if the narcissist is in a good mood, everybody's in a good mood. If the narcissist is not in a good mood, run for the hills, go in your bedrooms and lock the doors, because it will not be a pleasant evening. And the narcissist knows this, and you know it now too. Please drop comments below if that resonates with you. So guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the sunny Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning, no matter where you are on the planet. You are not alone. Remember that, you are not alone. And the narcissist was always keeping score. They were always trying to get one over on you. They wanted to feel like they were winning. They wanted to feel like they got the best of you. And they wanted to feel like it was checkmate and that they won. Guess what? That's not how it ends up. It's checkmate. You win when you get the wisdom and apply the tools and have boundaries and go no contact, delete them, remove all flying monkeys and people associated with them, because the narcissist can't change. They only get worse over time. That's what the aging narcissist is. You have learned, you've grown, you're teaching, you're becoming awakened and aware, educated and empowered, and now you are in the third version of yourself. Understand the message. I love you all. God bless you. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right, bye guys.